test. Test. Well, okay. Sorry about that, folks. I had tested my microphones and now they don't seem to be working. All right, let's try that. Okay, so it looks like my camera dropped out for some reason. That might be why. Okay, looks like my power supply for the camera became unplugged as well. Isn't this amazing? All right, let's try this. It looks like it's right. And let's go here. That looks like it's right. Back to audio. All right, I want to try this one more time. Oh, that's not what I want. Test. Well, now it seems to be working, so we'll just go with that. I will keep an eye on the audio. That's really wild. Why she is not working, or wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, howdy, folks. My name is Dave. Thanks for joining me this evening on Twitch Tuesday. Put the other microphones back inside where it's warm. Maybe it's a battery issue. I don't know. I started this channel to become a better turner myself in helping other turners as I repeat all those things, and it helps cement it in my own head there are so many pieces to this puzzle. There's just a lot to it, and a lot of room in the wood turning world for everybody's voice, man. There's a lot of stuff out there. Anyway, I also started this channel to become a better teacher and a better demonstrator. So I appreciate you joining me on this journey. Thank you very much. I decided that I wanted to do, because I haven't done these yet, I wanted to do a platter and a plate. Maybe 2 platters. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But what I have here is 2 pieces of 2-inch curly maple. I'm pretty sure it is definitely curly. So this is a 10-inch blank. I've got the circle drawn out. This is a 12-inch blank. My lathe goes to, I need to move that over too, don't I? My lathe, let's raise that up. It says it's a 14, but effectively I can turn about 13.5 inches on this lathe here before I start knocking on the ways and all that. So there's a lot of ways to hold a piece like this to start a plate or a platter, or even a shallow bowl. It is recommended that you start with at least 2-inch. 2 to 3 inches is usually what's recommended. I've got 2-inch pieces here that I cut up with the chainsaw today, and I needed to find out which side I was going to use as my face. Now the curl seems to go all the way through these. One of the things that I look at is like how it's cupping, and this is kind of cupping this way in opposition to how the grain runs, but I want the grain to run like a bowl or a plate, like where the rings are. The wider they get, I want to be towards the bottom. So I've got my 2 blanks here marked with the word face on there so I don't get lost. I need a little bit of light. And you can do this, like I say, several ways. You can do this between centers, start it off between centers. I eventually want to wind up on a chuck in an expansion mode inside the foot. So I know what that measurement is, and I've got that not marked on this side. So this is kind of cupping this way. This is going to be my face. Yes, this is going to be my face. So I need to mark my spots for where I want to create a recess for the chuck. I want about a 4-inch recess, and whoops, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, this is a 10-inch piece. All right, so I want a 4-inch piece there, and then to get the rim itself, the bottom foot, if you will. Well, actually, that's not going to. Yeah, that is going to be the bottom. So I want to go, because be using this as a plate or a platter, probably plates, but it does. It's not really important what I use it for. What I need to know is where my foot's going to be, and on plates, you kind of want a wider foot, because wherever you're going to use your fork and knife or spoon or whatever, it's going to press down on the plate. And if the foot is narrow, it's going to make the plate rough. Plus, they stack better with a little bit wider foot. And the general idea for, let's get rid of that mark, for a foot is about 2/3 of, on a plate, about 2/3 of the diameter, the finished diameter. So in this case, that's about 6 inches. Let's see, that'd be 9. So we'll go 6 1/4, because we got a 10-inch blank here, so everything I take from the center out is going to be doubled. This is basically about 6.5. This recess is going to be eventually 4 inches, 2 and 2. And so I've got those marked so I won't get lost on that beast. Let's make sure I've got this marked. So this is a 12-inch piece. So I still want that 4-inch recess for the chuck. But 2/3 of 12 inches is 8. So I've got 4 inches marked there, which will eventually become 8. So I'm going to move this guy aside. And we come back to different ways you can approach this. So you can do it between centers and start off that way. You can start with a faceplate, which I'm going to do, or a glue block. If you start between centers, you can even set yourself a foot, I guess, to grab on in a contraction hold as opposed to expansion, but I'm going to do an expansion hold on this. Little indentation in the bottom. And when you're using a faceplate, however many screws there are, how many screw holes there are, that's how many screws you want to use. Don't skimp. It will be a more secure hold and a less chance of it breaking away if there's a catch or some serious thing like that. So I got to be a little bit careful with this guy because it's cupped this way. So that's why I started with these 2 screws right on the spine of that cup. And I'm screwing into what I'm calling the face. It's going to be the inside of the platter. This is all going to be turned away, so these screw holes won't exist anymore when this has been turned and finished. So that is one of the reasons why you want to figure out where your face is at. Plus, in this case, I've got, I turned that up a little bit too high, so I'm probably getting some feedback. Let me turn it down just a little bit more. Let's try that. Maybe somewhere in there. Because I switched over to the camera mic, and it is not as sensitive as the lapel mic I'm wearing right now. Alright, so that's pretty secure. And I want to make it round first off. Make sure everything's going to clear. Let's see, I'm going to move this guy over to this side. We'll do this way. Make sure everything's going to clear my tool rest here. That gets close, but that's all right. And we're going to make it round. Now this is in bowl orientation, meaning the grain is running perpendicular to the ways of the lathe. So I can go either direction and get, or in theory anyway, get a decent cut going either direction because I'm always going towards a supported fibers. On the back side though, I'm going to run it all this way. On the back side, I might get a little bit of tear out and blowout on the rounded edge, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be turning that stuff away. What I really want is a clean circle here on the face. Now basically, I'm going to be using Vogel scraper. I could pull out the skew, but I think I'm going to use Cinebags. I think I may need to change the belt on my machine because it's hanging up on some of these cuts. So this last little bit of cut here is not going to have any support, so there'll be a little bit of pushed out grain this way. But again, that's okay because this is going to get this whole bit's going to get turned away. So I know that I'm going to true up I'm going to true up at least the rim area of this plate. And the thickness, let's see, I'm going to find something like that. And the thickness of the rim should be about in the neighborhood of 1/3, give or take, of your entire piece. So we want to kind of do this in thirds. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I think that will be a good rim right there. I'm going to mark that guy. Whoops, came off my mark. And now I can work the bottom. I can get rid of my tailstock. And have full access to the bottom of this guy. You know, I think I'm going to change my tool rest. And we'll go with this longer dude. Because we don't want to come off the tool rest. I don't want to hang off the tool rest too far. Although the definition of too far has changed over the years. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit. But in general, I want to be as close to the tool rest as I can. So all the downward force is going into the tool rest, or as much of it as possible, and not into me. And my hold. We don't want to beat ourselves up here. Guess I could move that for now. You know, I forgot one thing. That is to make my circles on the back. To know where I need to make the recess and where my foot's going to be. So this is basically the foot here. And I'll do a little detail and whatnot in there. Faux show. Now the depth of this does not need to be, it needs to be what is good for your chuck. With this Bic mark that I'm going to use, basically I need about 1/8 of an inch or 3/16. You need to move back. You need to move way back. All right. So that's about where I want it. I'm going to give myself a mark here on my tool rest because I want to tool this up. Set that line back. And I think I'll go a little bit deeper here. That should be fairly flat, but I'm going to be using scraper on this guy. Let me give myself a little bit of a dovetail there. And that's where the foot's going to be. So I'm going to start working this way. The size of the rim on the face is generally about 1/3 of the diameter of the piece. So I'll be marking that later when I have this reversed and in my chuck. Now I wonder if this might help a bit. PC Smo says, hi, thank you. Alex Malacata says, howdy, howdy. Thank you both for joining me this evening and for participating in chat. I appreciate that. Definitely helps the metrics. So this is going to be my rim. Actually, I could probably take this down even more. But let's see. Yeah, let's see. So I'm cutting downhill, basically using a full cut. Could use a push cut on here. I want to go downhill to the grain as much as possible. Well, that looks mighty large to me. I think I'm going to take that down some more. Actually, let's do this. I want it to be fairly flat. A little bit dished on the inside, but nothing really like a bowl. I really don't want a bowl. So I'm going to take this foot down some more. Yeah, that seems like a really huge foot to me. remember to leave myself plenty of thickness to work the inside. What about that? Height should be okay. Basically, I'm shooting for a third. So the rim will be about a third. The rim and all that will be about a third, and then the bottom foot will be about a third. So let's take this down. Straighten that up. Make our mark again. Next next one I will not mark that much ahead of time. So I need 4 inches for recess, so I'll mark it at 2 here. That's a pretty good depth right there. Let's give myself a bit of a depth. Actually, let's not do that yet. I'm going to take my scraper and finish that center real quick. You can use a skew for this. I may actually I was going to say, I may actually use a skew for that. Well, looks like I don't need to. Alright, so now I'm going to give myself a bit of a dovetail there. Work this a little bit more. I know that that's my third there, so I think I'll grab my spindle gouge. Now here I want to have, well, it's me, I like beads, so we're going to do a bead here. And you know what, I'm going to grab my skew. Having some difficulty because I just realized that I am turning well above center. we'll do basically half a bead there. I'm going to shut this down and get my spindle gouge into the right spot. There we go. Just around that area. Very easily done with a skew. Even a beading tool if that's what you got. I'm going to take this right down to the height of that bead. I want to double check that I'm kind of concave here because that's not long enough. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Would that be long enough? No. Grab this guy. Whoopsie daisy. Pardon me for a second. I have unfortunately unplugged my heater. Try that again. Oh, I don't think it was in there. I think it was something else. Okay. Yeah, that's not the right spot for it. Because I've got power right there. There we go. So I want to make sure that I'm concave. I'm not quite. So we're going to fix that. That'll do. You're back. I'm going in the direction that I have support to the fibers underneath where I'm making the cut. I want to go downhill to the fibers. Okay. Yay, shave inch. I'm going to clean that bit up. Cool. I'm hoping not to sand today. Keep my tools sharp. So this will probably be easier with the spindle gouge. Excuse me. Goodness. Let me take a look at the half-inch spindle gouge, see if I need to put a... Yeah, we got a did not think I'd be using my 1/2-inch spindle gouge, so I did not sharpen it today. So we'll do that real quick. It'll make this OG, and it needs to be an OG, make it a lot easier to deal with the spindle gouge. Not quite, my friend. So I'm using a 50-degree grind on my spindle gouge. And my best advice for you to do when you're deciding what grinds to put on your tools, go with what works for you. Whatever angle suits you, as long as you're consistent with it, then you will be consistent in your turning. It doesn't matter what angle you use. Boy, that oak really chewed up this tool, man. I turned some blanks for pizza cups out of green red oak. Green red oak. Red oak that was green, still wet. But that oak is just really, really tough stuff. And I much prefer turning oak green than I do seasoned or dried, because it tends to splinter sometimes when you're turning, when it's dry. Alright, so I need to create my OG. I'm going to stay at the right spot. I'm a little high. Get a slightly larger gouge. So that looks about right. Tool rest handle is getting in the way. There we go. Let's fix that. Things getting in the way here. can make an actually a little bit larger OG. There we go. So cool, man. This will be my first real plate and platter. Let's clean that up. So yeah, I'm gonna go whole hog, man. Nope, that's not right. I have it over here. Let's just grab all the scrapers. Oh, need to put a burr on this guy. I'll clean this up. Well, hoping not to sand, but it looks like I'm going to do just a little bit of it. Very, very light touch. Lovely angel hair shavings. Actually, I could open that up even some more. Alright, I'm going for the skew. See if that got rid of any extraneous tool marks. It did. Just a little bit of that nub. Tiny little nub on the bottom. Very cool. That's looking really nice. Alright, so I did find my Grex sander. It fell into the trash can on the end of the lathe. Yeah, I need to sand that a little bit. That's 400. We don't want that. So let me see. Do I want to do... Maybe I should do a little bit more. Oh, I forgot. A third there and a third there. Yeah, that'll be all right. Grex sander still spinning. And truthfully, sanding at about 800 RPM, I probably could slow down a little bit, but it's working out all right. And I'll take that guy off and do just a little bit of touch up right here. The lathe almost took the abrasive out of my hand, but as I've said before, that would be all right. I'm going to let it go. A little bit of sanding tool mark right there. Okay. Now that dude is pretty much done. Let's finish off the bottom there. That'll work. so much for my idea of not sanding, but at least I'm starting at 220. That's where I'm going to leave it, because I'm going to hit this with my buffing wax. Let's slow that down. Move these guys out of the way. Let's see, get in here. And then I'll shine the coffee. Okay, looks good. Very quick, very easy. Grab the buffing wax. Buffing balm. I know. Still playing with the idea of the name. I think Baldy's Better Buffing Balm is pretty cool. All the sawdust out of there. Some sanding. Come on. Well, I don't know if this is, I think this is actually tiger maple, as opposed to curly maple. Tiger maple tends to have a lot more curl to it. Nice, pretty even coat, not too thick. And away we go. Well, it looks like I put a little bit too much on because it's kind of spraying off a little bit, but it was a fine, even coat, so a little bit too much is not bad. All right, I'm going to buff it in. that's nice. Okay, so we can take it off of that. I'll grab the towel. It's not the death towel. I'm not sure where I have. Oh, I got it in my work bag, or my travel bag. Oops. Nope, not quite done there yet. A little bit right on the rim there. I need to clean up. Still got my pencil line, so that's pretty groovy. Alright, let's take these out. And bring out this dude. That aside. Oi! Come here. So let's double check my depth here first. Got an eraser's amount, so that'll work. So this guy, I can kind of get a little more oomph to it because 1 and 2, very good. Because I have all of this mass right here pushing back against the jaws. It's not a very small amount, so I can actually get a really nice hold there. Expansion holds are not my favorite, but I want to be as safe as I can be. Well, let's double check my. Hey, and let's move some tools out of the way. What do you say to that? I'm going to put the scraper here. That guy. And I just realized I do not have my honing cards for my tools here. So I'm going to hone my skew pretty quick. This guy. So that I can use it as a scraper. Cool, so I got a slight, very, very slight burr on that side. That guy over there. Oh yeah, let me check my height. Too high. Something like that will work. Still too high. Let's try that. Double check my pencil line here. I think I'm about 1/8 of an inch. Yep, about 1/8 of an inch. So I think what I will do is roll that over. Before I continue on. Still too high. I'll dial it in sooner or later. There we go. Hey, now. Let's take just a little bit more off there. Now we need to establish where the rim's going to be. I'm going to have to go a little bit deeper to get rid of the screw holes, but I want about 1/3. So that is, we're going to call it that right there. And I think that what I want to do is create a bead here. And then create about half a bead here. And I will want to meet the bead right on the rim there. Taking very light cuts and getting pretty far out from the center, and you can hear there's some vibration coming on. That's looking nice. And the question is, do I want to meet that bead too? I think that I do. Well, let's do a little something first. I think I want a tad bit of an OG. Maybe. Right now what I'm working on is getting rid of these screw holes. I should be starting to get really close. See how that looks, a little bit more. I'm glad I have several bow gouges sharpened because this is pretty hard stuff. There, they're all gone. Okay, so now the aesthetics. How do I want this? I think, you know what? I think I'm going to take this down even more. I think that this needs to be a little bit thinner here. And I'm kind of eyeballing it. That looks really close. So now, actually, I'm going to get rid of that gold bead. Whoa! Take that down a little bit. Something like that. No serious bumps. So that's looking all right, but I still think I want a little bit. It is a nice looking plate, but I think I still want a little bit more detail on the front. So let's say right there. see what that will look like. So that's about 1/3 of the diameter of the piece. Yeah, I think I like this. So yeah, that looks nice. Raise up my tool rest to get my skew in there at the right angle. That looks really nice. Now I got to worry about this guy. I think I'm going to kind of exaggerate. A bit of an OG here. I think that took almost got rid of my tool mark. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, it doesn't quite look right. So we're gonna complete this bead. Actually, I'm gonna do 2. There we go. That looks a lot better to me. Now let's take a look at this dude and see if I can just, okay, I need to hit that a little bit more. So let's see, here it is. Get my hone. Because I think I'm right at the point where I probably just need to sand that. The rest of this is going to be pretty smooth. And so by working one side of the bevel on the skew, I can raise up a burr on the opposite side. I'm going to clean up these little beads here a little bit. Let's see if I can clean that up enough. I don't have to sand. Oh man, that looks really, really nice. I don't want to take it out of the chuck, but I do want to see. Oh goodness gracious, yeah. That's really nice. All right, I'm gonna hit it with just a little bit of sandpaper. Not gonna need much. And those guys I'll put over in this direction. Sometimes a little bit difficult to get the shavings off the Velcro backing. Alright, let's slow this guy down. And then just a little bit on these beads. A little bit right there. See how that looks. I think I can do a little bit more right there. Oh man, that feels so nice. There we go. And because I do not like using rags at the lathe, I'll use a paper towel because I know it will tear away if it gets caught up in anything. Take a look at this guy. Alright, so I gotta hit this just a touch. Just like that. Now it's at its slower speed, so I can go right into the buffing balm. Man, that's cool. I really forgot I even had this piece of wood, or I think I did. I had it tucked away because I don't know, I had delusions of grandeur about, use it for something else, and not that, I had any idea what that something else might be. It was just really pretty wood. So today it's going to become platters and plates, or a platter and a plate. That's all I had the timber for. So groovy. There we go. And one of these days, I really do want to make like an 8-piece serving set. I think that might be really, really neat. And it'll be a really nice test of production, turning, and copy. Woo! That's hot. Okay. There we have it, one finished plate. Yeah, I'd think that those add a lot. Those very shallow beads add quite a bit. That's a nice solid plate. I'm liking that. All right, cool. So now we're moving on to the next one. Golly, look at the curl in that, dude. Oh, you probably can't. Hold on. Wrong way. Come on, Feldon. Wrong way. There you go. Let's see if that. Yeah. So really nice. I probably could have undercut this, and that's what I'll do with the platter. Made this little half-inch area a little bit thinner. But that'll do, man. That's nice. And these shallow beads won't really pick up any, pick up and hold on to any food particles necessarily. It'll be really easy to clean out. That's why I left them shallow. Very cool. All right, I'm going to set this inside and we're moving on. Whoops. Get that door closed. Okay. Now we're going for the 12-inch guy. I'm curious what kind of, I know there'll be some vibration because I'll be way out on the rim. All right, so this is my face. I need more light. There we go. And we'll attach this dude. Wiley Smiley Kylie, pretty. Do I see some chatoyance? I love that you love using that word lately. That's awesome. That is so cool. Yes, all that curl. Definitely a lot of chatoyance in there. Very, very nice. Wiley is a fairly new turner. She's been turning for a little while. And she's doing some really nice stuff, I think. I was kind of disappointed that I'll eventually, I'm sure, get a piece from her, but we had our club meeting here this last weekend, and she had to bring back. And I was kind of hoping to snag it this time, but I'm sure there will be other times that pieces will be traded and all that kind of stuff. So, but yes, Chatorians. I love that word too. I think that's. Get this guy set. I say it's time for me to buy new batteries for this guy because they don't seem to last very long, but that's how they get you, man. They get you the kit and the battery and all that stuff. The batteries are stupid expensive. More expensive than like the whole kit. So it's like I don't want to spend money on a battery when I can just get a new drill for basically the same price with a battery and a charger. Maybe two batteries if I'm lucky. Gotta make the hard decisions, man. I've lost my level here. I want to be about parallel. And we're gonna make this dude round. So you see, I'm not really even sure how much. Let's find the lowest point. There's the lowest point. So from there, I am about 6 3/4 inches from, well, no, 6 3/4 inches from that rim, which is leaving me basically about 3/8 of an inch before I hit my waist. So always keep that in mind. You've got to work with the stuff that will fit on your lathe. There we go. That won't move. All right. Woo, doggy. So I know I could have made this probably a lot easier if I had cut the circle out on a bandsaw, but right now I don't own one, so all the cuts I made were with my chainsaw. See, a part of the issue that I'm having I think I need to replace the belt inside, but man, I'm really close to round already. But you know, this 1-horse motor is not happy with oddly shaped pieces. Alright, how close am I to round now? Round now, brown cow. Not quite. But if I keep my tool moving at a speed that is only as fast as it can cut, I'll be just fine. And I want to call your attention again to this side. This is the foot. And so I'm getting some fold over and torn grain right on this corner, and it does not matter because this is all going to get turned away. If it did matter, then I would come in from both sides and meet in the middle. So I had a clean cut this way and a clean cut this way. Oh, let me turn this off so that this camera is better. All right. And I still have to true this up, so that's going to be okay. That might be a problem. But it might not. Oh, yeah, it's a little soft in there, but that is a pith for a branchlet. So I'm going to put some sawdust in there and then some CA glue. There's nothing coming out on this end. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a branch. It's kind of going at an angle. So I'm going to wind up. Well, actually, let's see. I might be able to turn all of that away if I give myself some light here and say that that is the bottom. You see, I've got half an inch there, quarter of an inch there, half an inch there, 3/8. So if I bring that down and then I use just this and cut that into thirds-ish. Yeah, that'll work. So I can turn all that away. And it's a good thing, too, because there's a bit of a crack here, too, that I didn't see before. And that will be taken care of as well when I take it to this line on the face. So, yeah, that'll work. Let's start working on, whoops. I want to finish these lines just for a visual representation for myself. Yeah, this is a big boy here. I'm curious how much of a, I still should, I'm hoping I'm still 12. Nope, 11 and a half. All right, let's true this guy up. Aha, I'm too high, that's why. Oh, that's just right. I want to give myself a clean surface to make my line for my foot. pretty clean. So I want on the bottom 2/3. This is, we're still going to call it a 12-inch piece, so that would be 8 inches. So I'm really right there. I'm going to go actually, well, shoot. Yeah, I'm going to go 8 inches. That'll be my foot. Oh, and I forgot one more. Oh, actually, I'll make that line later, so we'll keep this guy. I was going to fill that, but now I don't have to. Okay, let's make the recess. Well, first of all, I'm gonna give myself a concave bottom. Oh no. Well, that's one tool that dove off. There we go. That's nicely concave. So I no longer need my magic 1x. Oh, and that was my spindle gouge too. Alright, I gotta redress my spindle gouge because it actually made it through the shavings and onto a surface that messed up my grind. Almost there. A little light would help. There we go. Somehow it doesn't look right. Well, that would be why. There we go. Alright, so that dude is ready to go. Got my concave bottom. I want to make the recess for, I had a pencil right here. Make a recess for the chuck jaws right there. Let's leave that out for now. It should be nice and flat. We'll find out in a little bit though. Bring this up a bit so I have an angle to work with. So it's fairly flat, didn't have to take much off, mostly cleanup. Cool, that works. And then I need this 1/4 inch screw. There goes another damn tool. That's number 2. And 3. I'm getting some vibration off this dude. Too much to leave things on the lathe, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, no, that was, okay, so that was tool number 2. I'm going to keep a running count. It decided to jump off the lathe. Okay, so this was already concave. Let's take this feller. Got just a little bit of a burr right on here on top, but it's got timber in the right behind the burr. There we go. Well, that doesn't look good enough. That's starting to look better. I'm pulling those shavings off. That's great. Oh, nice and smooth too. Yeah, it looks really nice. Okay, back to, that's what the other tool was, right? Or no? Well, doggone it. All right, so tool number 3, I had my spindle gouge. Oh, it's right over here. Still fell off, but the handle fell into the shavings that time. Ruler, pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the outside of my foot. You're too high. And we'll throw these right there. And another one right there. And then we'll take, well, I gotta meet that bead, so well, I don't have to, but I want to. There we go. It's still gonna sit right on that outer rim, never touch any of that bottom. On tool. And we'll pull a few more shavings off. Clean up this bead a little bit. Takes a very light touch, by the way, when you're doing this kind of stuff. Do not try to manhandle it, or woman handle it if that's your. Don't try to force it, I guess, is the bottom line. Just want to take nice, controlled removal of material. Nice and smooth, that's nice and smooth, that's not quite flat. Almost. There we go. Pretty sure. I think I got a little bit more here. That'll do. Oh, that's nice and smooth. Maybe I'll put a little of abrasive on there, but it's not going to need much. So since I'm already at this point, let's go ahead and sign it. Find the on button, Dave. I think that's a good spot right there. Now I can put this guy away. How are we doing on time? 10 till 10. Doing great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, that would be a perfect time for that. Why didn't I think of that? So, if you have a spear point tool, and I'm going to put a burr on this guy. This is more or less a grind that I picked up from Matt Monaco. It's slightly radiused. You put a burr on that scraper, and you can really get into corners and do some nice finish work with that. So I'm going to just make sure my corners are crisp. Let's put a little bit of a burr on this dude. Like that. Yeah, get a little bit clean up working here. Very light touch. Oh, very light touch. That was not light. That also was not light. I think I'm catching some of the curl there. And we'll get that corner. Dropped my handle. That gave me a tool mark. And then I get right up into this corner. Make absolutely sure that that's crisp. And get right up into that corner. Very, very light touch. Still pulling shavings off it. You can see how small they are. They're floating in the air. I did not quite get that. Somehow I'm missing that little ridge. There we go. All right, very good. Now I can work on this stuff. So I still have my 1/2 inch gouge, but I'm going to take away most of the, you're the wrong tool, dude. Most of the material off with my heavy hitter here. I did not leave a pencil there, so sure I can see that line fine, but I'm just going to darken it one more time. And start working on my OG. Let's see, I think I could take it down a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. Oh, you guys are killing me, man. The tools are all deciding to jump away. And then I will hit that with my scrapers. Actually, not quite yet, almost. The right height here. Heck, I didn't even use the 1/2 inch spindle gouge that time. I'm not with this guy, a little too hot. How about now? That's a much better profile. Love it, man. I'm getting shavings everywhere. A little bit more work. This isn't quite the curve I'm after. we go. Oh, and it's going to keep some natural edge to it, so that's cool. I'm not taking that away. All right, so I'm going to hit this with some abrasive in that area. I'm going to set you behind me, I think. Slow it back down. You're done. Let's get the next piece. And then I'll hit that part of the bead. And just for fun, let's hit these guys. I was afraid of that. I've got a little bit more to do there. Let's try this guy. Since it will bend and stretch. There we go. I think that might have gotten it. Nope. It did not. Oops. They took the abrasive right out of my hand. That looks close, but I don't think that's quite right. Oh, it's just being a booger. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I have a little bit of trouble working with figured maple. Might just be me. I don't know if anybody else has those issues. One more cut, TZ Smo says. Yeah, exactly. One more cut. Come on, get out of there. The only issue I have with the Velcro backing is it'll collect things and doesn't want to let it go. That's the one right there. All right. Thought I had a bug flying around in here for a second. Was kind of confused because it's cold. And it was shavings floating in the air. Awesome. All right, so now we can finish on that. My buffing balm is starting to harden up a little bit. Okay, a lot. That's way too much, but I need to get it out of the container. There we go. Still too much. A little bit of this goes a very long way. Okay. slow the lathe. Oh, it's already slow. Natural edge is kind of beating up my paper towel there. Oh, that looks nice. Alright, let's buff it in. Woo, gotta take a break there for a sec. It's getting hot. Ah. Okay, I think that'll do it. Let's take a look here. Alright, I can clean up a little bit out of these. Woo-hoo. Awesome. Very, very nice. I love the glow that this stuff gives to the wood. Oh man, and there is get it going the right direction. That chatoyance in there. All that curl. And this looks really groovy. Right, let's take this off. Shake that dude aside, grab the Vic mark. Again, I've got lots of meat behind where I'm pushing out with the chuck, so this is, I can apply a little bit more torque to it. That won't do. Make sure we're at the right height, and we're going to change tool steel. right after. Right after I get rid of that pith and the crack. So getting really close. Yep, time to change tool steel. So we'll grab this guy. Got to stop tripping over that cord. All right. Okay, there's the pith. I'm going to go in a little bit more. That got it. Just a tad bit too high. Thought I had it right. Oh, it would help if I turned the lathe up a little bit, I guess. That was 400. I don't know if this brings a question to your mind why I'm going into the space like this. And it's because I need the support for the cut underneath. And I just knocked the tool off, so that makes what, number 4? And I'm pressing into the piece. Really just doing this to get rid of most of the mass. It's still too high. Come on. Hello, that was a catch because I was not paying attention. You can hear the vibration because I'm going sideways like a peeling cut basically. Sorry, I need to slow down a little bit. Nice, slow and controlled.
Lots of shavings. Does make removal of excess material a lot easier than trying to work through end grain all the way. Alrighty, let's roll this edge over. I suppose I'll have to move that. Oh no, I've got so many shavings. Okay, not that guy. Where'd it go? There it is. Lost my rag. I don't know if that counts as a tool dropping off. Let's see. Where are you? There you are. That was a little bit too much of a cut. There we go. Get myself set back up here. I think that'll do. Excuse me. Oh man, look at that curl. That's just awesome. All right, I'm gonna take and pass at it this way. just kind of eyeballing my rim here. Feels about right. I want a bead on the outside. That doesn't make me happy. That was the natural edge, wasn't it? Not that part. There was something else. There it is right there. Make sure all that's gone. Nope, got just a little bit. Natural edge is okay, but that where I took that bad cut was tear out. Like it tore a chunk out, small chunks, so we just got rid of that. Okay, so now I need to set my rim. The outer rim will be a third of the whole distance. Since we're looking at 12, we'll call that 4. So right there is where my rim is. Now, first thing is, I want that bead. I'm going to take this right up into that bead. Like that. And then we'll take this down. Right there. And now I can make my bowl shape. Do I want to take this down first? I may want to add some detail there, so I'm not sure yet. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I think what I will do is I will create just one simple bead there too. And then finish that bowl. That's my final depth, is that right there. So I'm pretty much right on target. Let's grab a skew. Hone this dude again. Bird doesn't stay around for long, apparently. Let's see, on this side. There we go. Let's get it up onto the other side. That's just a tiny bit of a divot there. That'll do. And then I'll create a bead right there. Let's see, I think I will put it on the outside here. Put that right into it. There we go. That looks mighty nice. And then we'll grab our spear point, tilt it way up so it's right on the bird. Again, even though I harp on it a lot, it's a very, very light touch. Nice. All right, so I'm going to hit a little bit of abrasive here in the center. I think this is okay. Yeah, a little bit of abrasive right in there. So let me move all this stuff aside. I do not need the steel or the skew or the spindle gouge. Nope, I'll need the skew. Oh no, I won't. I'll just use that. Okay. So that means I need my Rex sander here. touch that up with by hand. Get all that sawdust in there. And just lightly touch that bead. Come back and get this one. Thought I would use my spear point, but I'm not going to. Yeah, there's still a natural edge there, Dave. Alright, how's this edge? Very clean. This is all clean. Now we can put the buffing wax on. This. Let's fold it inside out here. Hey, I might have gotten the right amount on it that time. And we'll slow it down again. I'm doing on time. Wow. Nice. Love it when a plan comes together. Oh, it gets so hot. Then we'll clean out those grooves. Whee, that's hot. And there we have it. That looks lovely. Wrong way, Dave. Come on. There we go. Wow, look at the chatoyance in that, dude. That's just a lovely piece of... Maybe that's quilted maple. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't have like cross hatches, but it's all folded. So it's either tiger maple or quilted maple. I don't know. There we have it. That's just really looks nice. All right, I'm going to put this inside. That is a really nice, yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's nice. A little bit too big for a plate, but a platter, perfect. Okay, be right back. Pardon me for a moment. Nose is kind of running because it's chilly. All right, let us do that. Clean that off. Hit that. Southeast. Whoop! I gotta clean off my computer screen. Southeastern gratuity. Cheap viewers on Streamboo. Remove the space. Yeah, okay. A couple of beautiful pieces, Dave, says TC Smo. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. Oh, get rid of that for a little while. Wrong direction. Come on. There we go. All right, cool. So, got them done actually before 11. That's not bad. Not bad at all. You know what? Hold on. Hold on a sec. Let's see if this will show very well. It's funny, from my view, this one looks bigger than this one. But it's not. It's really close though. But they both came out very, very nice. I really like that maple. That's pretty phenomenal stuff there. I think anybody could be proud of that. All right, groovy. Now that that's done, I gotta try to figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow. All right, so for those of you who may have come in late, my name is Dave, and I'm a wood turner. I started turning as therapy for PTSD. It's amazing therapy. I know there are quite a few wood turners who would say the same thing, but I approach it especially because of its therapeutic benefits. For me, I feel that wood turning can be great therapy for anybody. It is one of those endeavors that helps you focus in the now, right where you're at. You've got you know, a piece of timber that's spinning around pretty doggone fast, you got to pay attention. In this case, I didn't have any corners like a square bowl, but still, I had that natural edge I had to pay attention to, and the mass of the material on top of that. So I started this channel because I'm always working to become the best turner that I can be. And the more that I work with other turners and help them improve their tool handling skills and the way they approach the craft, the better or the more it's cemented in my own head. So it's just a constant reinforcement. I always try to keep things simple, not have really weird, complicated explanations. I really work hard at that. I want people to understand exactly what's going on and what's happening. So I appreciate you joining me this evening, and any other evening that you can make it. I stream Tuesday and Wednesday nights, 8 to 11, unless there is some kind of issue with the weather in the wintertime anyway. So I've missed the last 2 Wednesdays, but as far as I'm aware, I'll be on tomorrow night. So hopefully you can join me then. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that turning, at least watching this broadcast, gives you not only a little bit of understanding of what it takes to turn a piece, but also hopefully it sparks your interest if you're not a turner yet. And if you are a turner, hopefully it just kind of pumps you up and gets your juices flowing. I know that's what happens to me when I work with other people or I'm watching demos and stuff. I start getting the itch to turn myself. And if I walk around a bunch of lathes that aren't being used, I kind of tend to grab the tool and jump on a lathe. But I really find it enjoyable. Again, thank you very much for joining this evening. We're going to wrap it up right now. It's 15 minutes early, but I got the projects done that I was hoping to get done. So I hope that, excuse me, a little sawdust. I hope that you stay friendly. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope to see you, if not tomorrow night, next Tuesday, and every Tuesday and Wednesday after that, man. I appreciate the company. Thanks again, and good night, folks. I hope you have a pleasant evening.